Good morning, Panthers. Your books are on sale now, and here's a sneak peek at the theme this year.
Now I need your help to get back to the year 1985.
GEMS has 2 new counselors this year, and Emily got a chance to catch up with them.
This year we got new counselors, but why did they decide to come here? Let's get to know them a little better.
So I decided to become a counselor because I really like helping people. I have always worked with kids, and so when the job opened up here, I applied and took it. Yes, so I was a counselor at First Street Elementary before coming here, so that's my experience. Good. Yes. So you have to get your bachelor's degree, so you just go to college for that. Usually you can get it in something that's kind of related to counseling. So mine's in psychology, so I have a bachelor's in psychology. But then you have to go on to get a master's degree, so you have to get a master's in educational counseling. We do a lot of things. We do schedule changes kind of in the beginning of the year. And then now we are kind of into 504. So if students need accommodations for classes, we coordinate 504 meetings. We do check-ins with students. We go out during lunch and kind of hang out with kids, get to know students better.
I decided to become a counselor in general because I love helping kids work towards their goals and realize who they want to be as a person or what they want to do when they grow up. I loved working in this district. I used to be at 12 Bridges Middle and High School. So when the job opportunity popped up, I was very excited to be able to stay here. Yeah, so for my degree, you have to fulfill certain hours, and I did that at 12 Bridges Middle and High School. So similar to like if you become a teacher, they do like student teaching. So that's what I did. So you do need a master's degree, and that is usually in like school counseling. And then there's a specific credential that goes along with it called PPS. My undergrad was a little bit different than Miss Silva. So mine was in public health because I originally thought that I wanted to pursue a healthcare degree. So we do a lot of academic stuff. So schedule changes, accommodations for students that need help academically, connecting them to resources, emotional counseling. So we do short-term support students with anything they need help with. We also do the MCC morning conversations on Fridays. So we try and help design lessons that help students work on like goal setting, teamwork, anything like that. We are helping with like different school events like Red Ribbon Week, Point Break, which is for 8th graders. So a lot of different things. Now we know more about the counselors, but why did we get new counselors? Is it necessary to have counselors at school? Let's find out why Miss Fernandez decided to hire new counselors.
Well, Miss G got married and she moved, so she couldn't work here anymore because she moved pretty far away. And then Mr. Marcus is now a counselor at 12 Bridges High School. So that left both of our counseling positions open. And so we had to post to look for new counselors. So it goes through a whole process. They had to apply and we interviewed, but actually Miss Silva came to us at the assignment fair because she was a counselor at First Street and she wanted to move over to GEM. So that's how we got Miss Silva. And then Mrs. Skellinger, she was actually doing some internship over at 12 Bridges High School. And so she applied and we interviewed her along with other applicants and ended up thinking she was going to be the best fit for GEMS. We have counselors for a lot of different reasons. Sometimes to help students that are going through a hard time and need someone to talk to. They also help with our PAW class for those character building lessons, those MCCs. They also do a lot of work with students for academics, and they help with class schedules and placement. Thank you. Thank you.
We are happy to have the counselors here at school with us, and we thank them for all the help they provide to students and everybody else. I'm reporter Emily Profiter with videographer Sid Olay with GEMS TV.
Many clubs have started to form. Caleb takes an inside look at the Ham Radio Club.
Recently, Ham Radio Club has started and students have been interested in what Ham Radio Club is. So we're going to ask Mr. Santos some questions on what ham radio is.
Ham radio is a way to communicate with others away from cell phones, away from landlines. It's kind of like for emergency operations. About 3 years ago, I got my ham radio license, and I thought, this is like some technology with talking, and it takes some brain power. And I thought, I bet your students would like this. So I brought it to student council, and next thing you know, a club was started, and I have kids that are taking the test and trying to get their own radio call sign, and learning some of the alphabet, like Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, and so on. The hardest part would be getting permission to drill inside of the building and install a really large antenna that's on top of the roof. Favorite part is students get to study and learn how to get their own license so they could go off and talk to other people in other countries and other states and cities.
Now that we know more information about Ham Radio Club from Mr. Santos, let's ask the students on what they think about it.
Basically, you get to use a bunch of radios and talk to people around the world. It's like if it doesn't need any internet, so if there was a natural disaster, you would use it to communicate.
How is Ham Radio Club for you?
I like working with technology, and I think it was just cool and interesting.
What is your favorite part about Ham Radio Club?
Learning the different codes that they use and how they speak.
Wow, I didn't know Ham Radio Club was this interesting. This is reporter Caleb Field with videographer Diego Garcia signing off.
And now it's time for sports.
Congratulations to the 7th graders for making the boys basketball team. Dagan, Zane, Jace, Dylan, Micah, Louie, Bryce, Jackson, and Grant.
And congratulations to the 8th grade team. Callan, Lucas, Tony, Vincent, Miles, Sumant, Sam, Dominic, Christian, and Andre.
Mr. Agrippino retired last year after many years at GEMS, but now we have a new 6th grade science teacher, Mrs. Cortez.
We have a new 6th grade science teacher at GEMS. She used to teach 9th grade science. We're going to ask her how her first year is going and why she chose GEMS.
I'm from the area, so I moved back here, and when I was interviewing here, just everyone I was talking to seemed really nice. It seemed like a really supportive group here, and so I felt comfortable in my interview, and so I felt like it was a good spot. I'm honestly looking forward to, last year I taught with 9th grade in high school, so I'm just looking forward to like a new routine, getting to know like all of my students, especially just like when they're new to middle school in 6th grade, and like all of their amazing personalities. So I think my favorite part is just their curiosity and always wanting to like ask questions and like learn more about what we're talking about. I feel like each of my classes are so different, and like the way that we have our conversations, because it's so student led. So any questions they have, we really try to like dig deeper on those.
Now that we know more about Miss Cortez, let's see what our students think about her.
She like includes games to our like the unit we're learning on right now, and it makes it really fun to do. Our attention, like she does like funny ways to get our attention, and like she makes science fun.
It sounds like Miss Cortez is adjusting well to teaching 6th grade science and is excited about her new role at GEMS. Our reporter Xander Fung signing out with videographer Dylan Agin.
Butterfly combs are not allowed on campus, and Jonathan had a chance to ask Mr. Rowan about the issues that they cause.
Lately, there's been objects going around school campus which are butterfly combs. They were caught and banned, but we don't know why. Let's ask Mr. Roman about why they got banned.
Butterfly combs were banned because they look like an actual butterfly knife, which is an unsafe object, and it is a distraction for students to be playing with in class.
Butterfly combs were being sold at campus. But when did the office caught them being sold? Let's ask Mr. Roman.
Shortly after we saw butterfly combs being brought out, we learned from just hearing around campus that they were being sold on campus as well.
This seems to be a big issue at school, but it can be another place. Mr. Roman has some insight. Let's ask if he has seen any other issues in other schools.
Currently, I'm not aware if any of the other schools have banned it as well, but seeing as it represents an actual butterfly knife, I would imagine that those school sites are also banning those items, and that's something that we can bring up at our site management meeting, so where we get together with other site principals and kind of talk about things that are going on campus.
This seems to be a big issue, so there should be some consequences about it. Let's ask Mr. Roman about what the consequences are.
Currently, the consequence is that you will have the item confiscated, you'll receive a referral, and then you'll come in and speak with me, and it depends on the discipline to where it could be a warning or a detention, or if you continually bring them or are selling them, it could be a more serious discipline for that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ms. Fernandez also had a big role in this play. Let's ask her why she thinks they should have been banned.
Just because the visual appearance of them, no one knows right away if it's an actual knife and something dangerous or an actual comb.
In conclusion, butterfly combs were banned for good of students' learning and safety. This is reporter Jonathan Preciado with recorder Fergus signing out.
Have a great day, Panthers!
GEMS TV would like to thank our sponsors: Platinum Level, Solar Construction, One Nest Property Management, Gita Underground Engineering, Sierra Pacific, Executive Plumbing. Gold Level, Quality Sheet Metal Heating and Air. Silver Level, The Battery, Rockland Family Practice and Sports Medicine, Crown Termite and Home Solutions. Thank you for watching GEMS TV.